Darth Maul was undoubtedly one of the best lightsaber duelists we have ever seen in Star Wars, being a master and a practitioner of Form 7 lightsaber combat, and specializing in the ferocity form above all else. A form meant to dominate, Maul was famously trained by the most powerful Dark Lord of all time, Sidious, but would also learn to add his own flair into his lightsaber form. He was undoubtedly skilled, but very overconfident, believing he was nearly unbeatable in lightsaber combat, and superior to every Jedi with the exception of Grandmaster Yoda. Similar to the likes of Anakin Skywalker, Maul always favored lightsaber combat over falling on his Force abilities, and made the often fatal mistake of wanting to completely dominate and dismantle his enemies, instead of the more intelligent approach and taking them out when most beneficial. Maul didn't just want to beat his enemies, he needed to prove a point of superiority. Superiority in his lightsaber skill, and superiority in the dark side. This was in fact Maul's biggest mistake and shortcoming, often choosing to gloat and make his power and ability over his opponent clear rather than simply taking the easy way out and defeating them outright. This was even most recently seen in the final season of the Clone Wars, where Dave Filoni explained that Maul is the better duelist than Ahsoka, but that Ahsoka is smarter, and knows that Maul will take the time to gloat and posture rather than taking out the former Jedi when he can. The same as when he dueled a Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi on the planet of Naboo, even defeating the young Jedi, but allowing his overconfidence to overshadow his ultimate triumph. This was again Sidious's largest criticism of Maul's lightsaber style. To go deeper, Sidious's hatred illustrated from his lightsaber combat. He often employed various kicks and flips, going for physical strikes against his opponent simply than using only his lightsaber. This aspect of Maul's lightsaber combat was Sidious's largest pet peeve. Sidious hated that Maul often thought himself far more powerful and gifted in lightsaber combat than he really was. Even Sidious himself was guilty of overconfidence in a duel, but he deemed Maul as excessive and not realizing the true power of any of the Jedi that he fought. We can even clearly see this in all of Sidious's lightsaber duels. When Sidious is dueling Maul and Savage, he doesn't hesitate using physical strikes against them, because he knows he is simply on a whole other level, and within the confines of the fight can pretty much do whatever he wants. However, when he fights Windu or Yoda, he barely ever employs physical strikes, because he realizes the magnitude of a duelist he is facing, and is more cautious, while on the other hand, his apprentice is never cautious and is always trying to overstep his power and skill in combat against any opponent, even those on a similar or even a superior level to his own, this being the fatal flaw that Sidious pointed out in Maul's style, which only makes the duel between him and Maul in the Clone Wars the more interesting. The literal fight itself proves a point to the fallen apprentice. Sidious is superior, obviously, but he also implements in his duel his greatest criticism of Maul. Anyway, my friends, that is why Darth Sidious hated Maul's lightsaber style and the way he dueled, again with his largest criticism being his excessive use of physical strikes in a duel. But what are your thoughts on this, and do you think that Sidious's criticisms for Maul are valid? And what do you think the universe would look like, and Maul for that matter, if he was less confident, and rather took his opponents out at the appropriate time? As always, my friends, thank you guys so much for watching, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.